Hello, everyone. My name is Matthew Reeves, and today we will be delving into a case study inspired by WWE's The Bloodline storyline, where complex relationships, family dynamics, and cultural elements intersect. Using the principles of structural family therapy, we'll explore a treatment plan aimed at resolving key issues like hierarchy imbalances, trust building, and conflict resolution, all while respecting their cultural values. Let's start by reviewing the presenting problems. Let's first review all the family members. From left to right in the picture, we have the youngest brother, Solo Sikoa. Then we have the younger twin brother, Jey Uso. In the middle, we have Roman Reigns, who is the respected head of the family. Then we have the older twin brother, Jimmy Uso. Next, we have the adoptive brother, Sami Zayn, also known as Sami Uso. And then, not pictured, is the godfather figure, also known as a wise man, in Paul Heyman. So, in looking at the presenting concerns, we want to first note that the family presents for therapy with three primary challenges: recognizing and balancing authority within the hierarchy, led by Roman Reigns, while respecting their cultural input. Also addressing ongoing conflict between Jey Uso and Sami Zayn as tensions threaten family harmony. And finally, we look at the third of building trust across all members to restore unity and strengthen relationships. These issues, rooted in loyalty, skepticism, and cultural dynamics, will form the foundation of our analysis and treatment plan. As we analyze the Bloodline family, we see a tightly knit family where relationships are shaped by loyalty, the leadership of Roman, and hierarchy. The Samoan cultural emphasis on respect for leaders creates strong bonds, but also challenges when balancing autonomy. Jay's skepticism towards Sami being adopted into the group also reflects the tension between tradition and adaptability when it comes to bringing in those that are not of the same culture. Structural family therapy allows us to address these dynamics holistically while respecting the culture of the family. Within the bloodline, we observe signs of enmeshment, which is a situation where family members' roles and boundaries are blurred, leading to an over-reliance on one another and difficulty establishing individuality. In this context, enmeshment often manifests as Jey Uso's struggle to assert autonomy within a system dominated by Roman's authority. As noted earlier, we are utilizing structural family therapy as it's a theory designed to address challenges within family systems by focusing on roles, relationships, and hierarchies. It works to recognize family structures to create healthier dynamics, promote communication, and strengthen bonds. This approach is ideal for the Bloodline family as their challenges revolve around rigid hierarchies, unresolved conflicts, and issues of trust and autonomy. This approach enables us to balance the family's cultural emphasis of leadership and hierarchy and loyalty while balancing it with the need for individuality and collaboration. We'll take a look at our treatment plan now over a 8-week period. Week weekly family sessions will tackle three main goals. Recognizing family hierarchy, we will have Roman will acknowledge at least one contribution from each member during sessions. We'll track this progress using a family map comparing the genogram from week 1 to the final session in week 8. This goal will assist us in combating the struggles of enmeshment in the family hierarchy. The next goal, we will reduce conflict, specifically between Sammy and Jay, and we will use weekly communication exercises like active listening drills that will help Jay and Sammy improve constructive conflict resolution, assessed through post-session feedback. And the third goal we have will be building trust, which trust building activities will foster openness and collaboration with a Likert scale survey that will also be utilized for goal 2. That will track changes in self-perceptions of trust and skepticism of other members of the family. Let's take a closer look at the specific interventions that will support these goals. As mentioned in the previous slide, we'll be using a family map or a genogram, and if you take a look at this slide, we have an example of one that would show as a week 1, and we would hope to improve the tension between some of the players involved, and also do this as a collective activity to see how each person perceives the other's relationship as we move forward through the family sessions. So we take a look at the specific intervention techniques here. To meet the goals that we discussed, we'll use 3 core techniques. Family mapping, which is the genogram example we showed before that'll represent relationships and power dynamics, highlighting areas for improvement. Next up, we'll use boundary setting exercises such as role-playing scenarios that will encourage autonomy and respectful communication between especially Jay and Sammy to help build and strengthen their relationship and connection. Finally, we will use trust-building activities that would show through collaborative problem solving and storytelling exercises that will strengthen bonds and reduce skepticism amongst family members. These interventions are designed to realign relationships and foster growth while respecting the family's cultural identities and leadership roles in the Samoan culture. As we keep rolling, the evaluation process will go as follows. Progress will be evaluated through behavioral observations during sessions to track changes within the interactions shown during sessions by the provider or therapist, which in this case would be me. We will also utilize the genogram comparisons from the beginning session versus the last session at week 8, noting how the family members perceive the changes that they've made and the progress that they've made in strengthening the bonds within the relationship. Finally, for what we had as SMART Goal 1 and 2, 2 and 3, we will utilize pre and post session Likert scale surveys to assess increases in trust and decreases in skepticism and distrust. By the end of the 8 weeks, we aim to see measurable improvements in communication, cohesion, and mutual understanding by around 50% or half, as shown in the Likert scale surveys that we're taking each session at the beginning and end. These are really short surveys that shouldn't take too long in the hour-long sessions that we have each week. In summary and conclusion, this treatment plan leverages structural family therapy to address the bloodline's challenges in balancing authority, reducing conflict, and building trust. And the approach respects their cultural values while fostering personal autonomy and family growth. These interventions showcase how intentional effort can lead to stronger, healthier relationships. I appreciate your time in watching, and now if there are any questions, I'd be glad to answer them. I would also like to thank everyone for following along with my case analysis of the WWE's Bloodline family, and would like to formally acknowledge these references, as well as note that all the characters presented, while real people who are actually real-world relatives, are the characters themselves intellectual property of the World Wrestling Entertainment Corporation. Thank you.